Because I was trying to
That was
get him to
good.
be quiet. How would you feel if your child died inside you?
How would you feel if you couldn't support your family?
How would you feel if you had no one to turn to?
How would you feel if you couldn't support your profession?
How would you feel if you were denied the healthcare you need to survive?
How would you feel if you were inaccurately painted as the villain?
A mother of 3 and a 4th on the way. I'm strong. I have to be. Pain is something I constantly feel. I know pain. I gave birth before. But the pain of a lifeless child trapped inside me is something you don't understand.
I understand. I appreciate your strength. While I can't empathize, I can sympathize. However, most people don't understand what it's like to come face to face with death every single day, but I do.
I am alone in this hut. Love and happiness don't live here anymore. My family left me here in exile. I had vast dreams before. My dream didn't include having a child die inside of me, but I guess dreams can change. Mine have. I've been exiled. You don't understand.
I understand. And more than anything, I wish I could help you. I truly do. But how do you expect me to? Open your eyes. My equipment is old and broken. I have no staff and no money. Your situation's unfortunate, but you're not special. There are thousands of women just like you, and I cannot help you all. Most people don't understand how a doctor can turn away a dying person. But then again, most people haven't spent a day in my life.
I am broken. I have no one. I have no protection. But I have heard of a place that will help women like me. Women who are broken, that have no one, that have no protection. I've crawled 2 days to see you. You don't understand.
I understand, but I cannot be the world's keeper. This place you speak of, this place that helps women like you, is not the place you think it is. People see me as heartless, but the reality is they let theirs get in the way.
Why won't you help me?
I can't help you.
Prostitution. Now that's all I know. As matriarch of this brothel, I take care of these girls the only way I know how.
I break them down, beat and make them feel worthless, then throw them to the clients. They handle the rest.
Resistance will only make me stronger. This is my type of nurturing. Why should their treatment be any different? We all been down the same path, taken from our homes, beaten, violated, mistreated, broken.
Being mistreated and broken? Now that's all I know. Thrown in this hellhole where greasy men like cockroaches swarm to fulfill their needs. Our days are spent silent, closed up in smoke-filled rooms, muffled screams, hidden tears. Our nights are filled with sweat and the hands of yet another stranger creeping up our bodies. We are numb to all the pain.
I am chained like an animal. I could run at any moment, but there is nowhere to run. The only person that has ever provided for me is the one that has chained me. Who could ever accept this thing that I have become? I can no longer remember what life outside this brothel is like.
Life inside a brothel? Now that's all I know. Witnessing the senseless acts that occur within these boundaries, the shelter that we've created, the stench of lost hope, dignity, and strength. If only we could...
Speak.
If only we could...
Explain. Explain why we sit back and watch this inflicted pain.
I didn't ask for this. I didn't ask to be physically, mentally, emotionally attacked, ripped apart.
I didn't ask for this. I didn't ask to be taken from my home on a humid night, my screams drowned out by the tired wheezes of a rusty engine.
I didn't ask for this. I didn't ask to be violated by an animal, my screams muffled by the filthy rag in my mouth.
I didn't ask for this. I didn't have boyish dreams of genocide. This has been thrust upon me.
I didn't ask for this. I didn't ask to have my innocence taken by a pair of hands, eclipsing my forearms as they held me down.
I didn't ask for this. I didn't ask to have my innocence taken, to be beaten by harsh fists until malleable and molded into a monster.
I didn't ask for this. I didn't ask to become a broken woman, a defiled woman. I have never been more alone.
I didn't ask for this. I am the one who makes the men shriek and the women tremble, but I did not ask for this. I've never been more alone.
I didn't ask for this. It wasn't my fault.
I can't imagine what hell feels like if this is supposed to be life.
I'm ashamed, dishonored, frightened, fragile, broken.
As my body is torn to pieces by this demon, I ask,
Where's my white knight? As I struggle under this beast, his body crushes mine. As I ache and burn and scream and die.
My heart bled as I watched my child cry, rended apart by the same wicked hands that had abused her. As her cries fell upon deaf ears, she begged me to free her, to bring justice for her, to be her knight in shining armor as my legs collapsed below me.
You have failed us, White Knight. You say you want to stand up for our rights, but what have you done? You have demonized our culture, made our women hapless victims.
You have done little to save our children.
I understand your point, White Knight. I would agree with you if I were able, but whatever you suggest, whatever you write, nothing can happen until our society is changed. Men here must be educated. That is how we will see change.
God help me.
They mistake me for God, but I am just the sky.
I was raped beside the bodies of my children.
I was born a heathen solely for the extra folds of skin.
I am worthless. Men who can't imagine their shame try to predict my changing winds while I wish I could predict theirs. I am just the sky.
I am an inside-out woman in an inside-out world raped by inside-out men who pulled me inside out.
How can you carve me into the perfect girl? My scars are here to take away my sin, but why the pain? My body, thy temple, God help me.
They mistake me for God. Prayers muttered from cracked lips from under my pure white clouds that mock their impurity.
God help me.
Their faith, Their prayers go unanswered, for I know their faith in God has failed them.
My body, thy temple.
Reduced to rubble in the name of victors in a war in which
I am a victim in every sense of the word. Tell me, where do you put the rest of me?
They mistake me for God. They look up into me. They plead, they beg. Bone-dry eyes pierce mine. All I can do is be.
God help me. Which cause, which holy purpose is written in my blood and the blood of my children?
I am worthless. My flesh you cut is the bread of life. My blood you spilt the cup of salvation. They call me a devil worshipper. God help me.
Am I the sky, a symbol? I am no symbol at all. I am false hope, false faith. You may hold up half of me, but I cannot hold up any of you.
God, will you ever help me?
They mistake me for God.